All right. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for your patience. We're really sorry about the tech issues we're having. I'm pretty sure our lovely Q here is actually dealing with a storm in this area right now. So, again, thank you guys so much for your patience. We're really sorry about that, but we are now back and up and running to head into our third match of the game of the day. Third game of the day.
All right. Yeah, unfortunate that we had the slideshow that we had that was on stream there for that last game because honestly was a really good performance as far as the spirit goes.
Yeah, it was a really exciting game. Ultra responding to a spirit with a spirit of his own. We saw some really, really beautiful stuff going on. And, unfortunately, since the stream was a little laggy, it looks like Ultra's just going to have to repeat another really good performance there.
And I'll be interested to see what killer choice we come in with here as far as at this point. We did see the spirit come out for both of them. And I believe that was the only one that they both had not picked except for maybe the Nemesis. Otherwise, again, pretty well throughout the rest of the list, like where one person had chosen one, people had chosen the other one as well. But we do have 4 bloodied blueprints. We also have a cut coin there. Let's kind of talk about some of our rules and bans and things like that.
Yeah, let's talk about it, you guys. All right, so what is and is not allowed in Vigo's court? Well, let's talk about it. Yellow items and add-ons, and only one of each perk and item is allowed for the survivors. However, you can have duplicate BT. Go ahead, save your friends. Bring 2 of those. That's totally fine. We do, however, have some banned perks. Built to last, prove thyself starstruck. You won't see them here. Haunted Ground, Lethal Pursuer, Boons, and Clairvoyance are also not allowed, so you won't see any of those shenanigans here. Killers used are limited to twice a season, so you won't see like 4 spirits, sorry. Survivors are also limited to 1 character per team. Unfortunately, that means no 4 Dwights, 1 Locker. Very, very sad. Violations are subject to penalties, and for more on rules, check out !rules in chat.
All right, here, let's go ahead and get started over here. We are going to be starting back with trial number 3 here. We are going to be seeing Ultra coming out here on the Executioner, the Pyramid Head. I do like this play here, Pyramid Head being able to work around the bigger middle building with that shot of the M2, as well as the ability to work around some of those hooking and or unhooking perks such as your borrowed time, decisive strike, things of that nature.
Yeah, Pyramid Head definitely provides, a really beautiful M2 at that window. Oh my gosh. Pyramid Head really provides a lot of pressure. The cage mechanic does allow for a denial of a lot of really important second chance perks.
Yeah, and we are going to see here, that was actually the ruin broken across the way here. No one dying to protect it here in this trial. So that does mean at this point, now Ultra is going to have no additional help as far as regression on these gens. There's going to be generator number 1 popping. Really, really good first chase here by Squid. Oh, I think Squid actually broke away.
Ooh. And it looks like, oh, nope. Coming around, Ultra has found our injured survivor once again. Squid unable to circle out of that M2 there.
However, really good map awareness here by Ultra, knowing that we did have another survivor that was around at some point there, being Moody Joe, able to apply the M2 there, as well as by inflicting the inflicted status there, you know what I was going for there, Sat. But there now you have another person there that does have that status there, which is a step closer, but we have the pallet save coming in.
Ooh, juicy pallet save there. Unfortunately, Pyramid Head is going to have to put that survivor back down and continue on with this chase.
And now at this point, we are still taking chase with the same injured survivor. The Nia here is going to be able to play around this pallet just a little bit longer. Might even be able to make it to the window here. Really good patience here so far by the Nia. Now causing extra time to be had here. Now going to be seeing the Cage of Atonement. Don't have to worry about a pallet stun if you're sending your friend to a cage. And that's going to be going across the way here. But We do hear one gen over here getting pretty close. Wouldn't be surprised if we have 2 gens or maybe even 3 gens throughout the map that have a lot of progress.
Absolutely. We have only seen 2 survivors up until this point. 3, I guess, if we're counting our pallet save friend there. Oh, and the point. I guess ask and you shall receive. Ultra will apply the M2 there and pick up chase with our next survivor here.
It is kind of interesting here. I'm not sure if maybe we just have a survivor that is maybe somewhere close to the cage and doesn't want to give a sound notification away trying to finish up a gen or something, but it's interesting that we see Squid Savage still in a cage at this point, being very close to being on a second stage. There is the save coming across there at this point, but Ultra will just be putting French Fry into a cage indeed. 2 fresh hooks, but both of them being inside of cages.
Absolutely, yeah. Ultra not afraid to use that baby cage here. Locking our survivors up and sending them across the map so that he doesn't have to waste time picking up or carrying them to a hook himself.
Anyway, it's going to be interesting here because, you know, right now you do have the ability for Moody Joe to remove the inflicted status off of them by going and getting the uncage off of French Fry. We do see that Moody Joe did get reset. Might be interested to see if we do see Moody Joe as the one that moves in for the save. We are going to be breaking chase here as Ultra. If I had to guess, going to be trying to traverse the map over here, trying to see if you can locate where the uncaging is coming in. Yeah, actually, you see it right there.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, we had talked about it. One of the good benefits of the cages, now you don't have to worry about a borrowed time. You don't have to worry about a decisive strike. That is going to be a swing and a miss. That is going to hit the window there. Oh, but a nice shot just on the edge of the trail.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was really, really well played. Ultra waiting for that prediction of the pallet play to get French Fry back on the ground.
And that was a very, very nice shot. It is only 2 gens still, again, worth noting, but since it has been so long since we have seen really the gap between the first and second gen done, we'll probably have a couple of them that have a lot of pressure. Even the one that was right next to us had quite a bit of progress. And unfortunately, the ruin was cleansed very early, and there is no NOED to help with regression either.
No popping.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Words are hard. Yeah. I heard pop. That's why I was clarifying. I heard pop. And we are going to take up this vantage point on the hill to keep an eye on our hook and maybe see if we can spot any other survivors. But you do have that generator in the back corner on either side of the barn. So not quite optimal viewpoint here, but you know, you can do a little bit.
Yeah, you are going to be able to see the one over there though that was just creeping up into by the hay. Might be forcing a second player to come up with a good body block too.
Yeah, we do see 2 over here. If they are going to want to save French Fry here, they are going to have to tag team this. Oof.
And now we are going to see, oh, all sorts of statuses changing there with a nice M2. Also going to be able to force the borrowed time hit. There is going to be a 3rd gen getting done across the way. Here is Ultra now moving around through the pallet space. I believe that was actually a dead hard from French Fry. I could be mistaken there, but I think that is what we had seen there. And that is going to be a down here at this point as well. We are going to have at least one, if not both, of those injured survivors from the unhooking earlier over in this area, not able to find the M2 onto the Cheryl. Now going to be able to kick this gen again, but again, no pop to be able to help as far as regression.
Yeah, so we're not going to see too much regression on that. You really have to be careful about those animation locks against the Pyramid Head. That's where we're seeing our survivors getting into trouble. We do, however, see our 4th generator popping off in the distance. So despite 3 survivors being preoccupied with that unhooking sequence, we do still see Demice putting down a lot of pressure on those generators, keeping up their objective pressure, which is really good for them.
We do see a heal coming in to Paige there. Not sure if that was a self sort of reset or not. We are going to see 2 survivors here, though. Seeing that one of them is Paige, would not be surprised if that does mean that that was a heal, in fact, that came in. Not that that's a huge deal here, but now with that hit, might even see French Fry getting picked up here. At this time, though, you got to realize that we are getting pretty close. I was going to say that decisive strike, even if French Fry has it, has to have expired here. And now you are going to be taking this hook and putting it relatively close to this door, which I feel like could be a risk. We had talked about it going into the matchup that there is a lower hook count on this. So getting rid of a hook that's so close to a door could end up being a costly mistake. Yeah,
again, we talked about it earlier when we reviewed our map video. there is not a lot. Your hook maximum is really small for this map, so you really have to be careful of your hook economy. However, if you get a hook in the basement, not gonna be something you have to worry about.
Now it is worth noting here we are down to the 3v1, but we have not seen a reset come in a while on page, which makes you wonder if maybe our survivors are trying to either one, get some resilience value, or two, maybe even just trying to prioritize gens in general. There's going to be the down onto Moody though. And I believe that is a fresh hook onto Moody Joe as well, if I am not mistaken here. This one's going to be a little farther away from the door, closer to the generator that at one point had a decent amount of progress. Still a decent amount on it even at this point. But with no one around, I can't help but wonder if we have a generator that's really, really close.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here too. And we do see a gen pop right here in front of Ultra's face. We do, however, also have a nice little status on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, we are going to see that no one escapes death. Also worth noting, we did get that sound notification. That's actually going to be from that No Way Out. Very unfortunate that the No Way Out procs was on the door that was furthest away from both the hook as well as where this following hook is going to come in on the Nia here. Actually, it's going to be a Cage of Atonement.
Interesting choice to cage there, actually.
Yeah, because I feel like you could have at least had a for sure identification if you know where the hook is, versus like the cage you can kind of guess because it is going to be like the furthest point away from you, but you're kind of middle of the map. It could really go anywhere there.
Yeah, I think this was just to maybe apply more pressure, hopefully draw those survivors away from that door and into his point of view while he had one also on hook. Ooh,
yeah, we are going to see there was some adrenaline value coming out there as far as after the unhook here, waiting out the borrowed time here. Now going to be the down after the no one escapes death. That is going to be a final judgment. Now here's the real question. Where is Squid Savage? Are they close to a door? Or no, because if they are close to a door, maybe you could have somebody trying to arm one of the doors and then go for the uncaging, because the uncaging does give you a little notification. But we're actually going to be seeing Squid Savage progressing past the elimination stage. And now with no doors having any progress on it, now it's a play for Hatch.
Which is...
Oh,
we do see somebody at the door. Okay, I was going to say that's a big gamble to try to take. I guess trying to buy enough time by not going to the cage to get a door open, but I think maybe saving their friend there would have been the better option, because then you have two people putting pressure on doors. But we will see a final baby cage go up, which will result in the 4K for Ultra there.
yeah, honestly, a very, very strong showing on a pyramid head to come out with the 4K. Very, very impressive, honestly. And you know, now coming out and having, I mean, after having a performance like that and also having another strong performance in the Spirit set, or I can't call it a set. I almost want to call it a set because it's back-to-back Spirit trials. But in their Spirit trial on the killer side before the pyramid head, I mean, two really strong performances, and now we're talking about a very, very good lead heading into trial number 4.
And actually, I'm thinking, what is our score right now? I actually think this is game point.
Yeah, I do believe, I think we've met a decision unless we have any sort of penalties or anything like that. But of course, we are still going to play it out. We are still going to make sure that you know, everyone is consuming their killer picks. It also gives people some good practices as far as live reps. Not just, you know, some people get like performance anxiety and scrims, but it's something whole different when you know that you have viewers. Of course, this is Demise and Demice. It is two teams that have a lot of experience. But again, we still also wanted to have the killer pick and kind of have everything out there as well.
Yeah, for our stat tracking, we will continue on with our 4th trial. However, it will be more of an exhibition match since we do have a decision here. Unfortunately, the point deficit is too great for Demise to be able to catch up to Demise with their final killer round. So that will be the overall match going to Demise. However, we will play our fourth trial out for our sake, for your sake, and for the team's sake.
And I mean, honestly, just very, very impressive performances from Ultra. I mean, even in the first trial, right? I know obviously you and I have a better recollection of what happened in the second trial than probably most of the people watching. But Ultra, I mean, really coming out and showing a nice diversity, because Spirit, although not the same S tier killer that she used to be, I still feel like a very different pace and style of killer than like the Executioner, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like I said before, Ultra has proven throughout the season that he is a very well versed variety killer. He's not pulled out a killer option that hasn't been really well done. So just another really good showing from Ultra, but also Demise put up a hell of a fight. They were able to put down a lot of pressure, even in really sticky situations. So
And yeah, I will be interested to see here. I always like watching these trial fours too sometimes, because I feel like it gives killers an opportunity to try something in a live competitive setting that normally you wouldn't want to try if like it's a tight matchup, right? That way you have something maybe up your sleeve, not even necessarily for the next time that you face this particular opponent, but let's say if you need another killer, especially in a league like this where you can only use a killer twice, right? If you can try something new this time and it works, hey, maybe that's something I can keep in my back pocket for later.
yeah, this is a good place for both teams really to kind of experiment, test the waters. It is still a comp setting, but it's a comp setting with nothing to lose really. So we have seen in past matches that have been decided by game 3. In the fourth match, we'll see newer killers. We will see some really fun perk builds. Players who haven't played that specific role, if they've been practicing it, they get to practice it in a live setting. So I'm really interested to see what we see from both of these teams. I think it'll be good no matter what they pull out. Again, they are both very strong teams. So it will be a fun match either way.
Now, I do feel like I don't know if we could make this happen, but I feel like this would be one of those situations where, you know, if this, with the time of year, if our survivors wanted to break out some festive sweatshirts, you know, some festive outfits, I mean, this would be the trial to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Krampus Trapper would not be a terrible choice here if you're trying to burn a killer, all I'm saying. Or, Santa Clown.
Yeah, well, you know what? Santa Claus, you know, I'm always down for the clown. I do see we're going to have people readying up here. I'm going to anticipate that we're probably good to switch over sooner than later on this time around.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
We are absolutely ready to go, and we're going to see. Actually, Clown would be an interesting pick here because we've seen Clown do really well in comp. Like, not fantastic. Like, you're not going to 4K with a Clown, but, like, the Clown performances we've seen haven't been terrible.
Well,
and this is not like a huge map. So
one thing that I have learned in my time calling comp games is the amount of time that some of these killers put into really learning the ins and out of each killer in specifically is honestly mind-blowing. Just seeing the type of stuff that they come out with on killers that you wouldn't expect that are normally strong. I mean, shoot, this weekend over in DBE, we saw 2 different 4Ks with competitive hag, so anything's possible.
Oh my god, competitive hag. I never thought I'd hear those words.
Yeah, I mean, it was a first for me. Dyer said it hadn't heard it in hadn't seen it in like 2 years. But yeah, I mean, when you see people at the level that we see a lot of these killers are at, you know, on the competitive setting, really anything's possible.
Yeah, so definitely going to be really interested to see. I don't know, it could really be anything that we see come out here. Because again, for those of you who missed us saying it, this match was decided by game 3. Unfortunately, Demice cannot catch up in this killer round. The point difference is too much, but we will still be playing the 4th trial for stat keeping, and so that these teams get a little bit more experience and a little bit more play time because any playtime is good experience to have, right? So we are going to play this out to the fourth one.
Plus, I think like Demise, like they know that this one's for the fans, right? Like it's
Yeah,
not
I think this one's a
just
little bit.
it's
I think this
not
is a little
just
bit for them
for,
too.
well, it's for them too, for sure. But
Yeah, yeah.
they know that there's a crowd here, and even though there might be a decision, they know that we're gonna have fun watching this last trial here itself. We're gonna see the four-bloodied blueprint, the cut coin. We've talked last time about some of the bans and penalties and stuff, but let's talk about what happens if any of those rules are indeed broken.
Yeah, let's talk about it, you guys. Okay, so what happens? We actually did see a penalty come in earlier. So what do penalties entail? The matches may be played out, restarted, or both. It depends on the severity of the penalty, and how both teams are feeling about it. Two of the same survivor is a penalty. A ban perk, item, or add-on is also a penalty. You get a -5 points. You could potentially restart that if you feel it will be detrimental to the game. The wrong map, however, is a -5 points at an auto restart. Harassing the ref, bringing players out on the roster, and technical fouls are -10 per offense, no restart. Please be nice to the refs, you guys. We're just here to do our jobs. Using an exhausted killer is -10 points and also an auto restart, and delaying the game will give you -1 point for every minute after the first 5 minutes. For more on rules, check !rules in chat. But just be nice. That's what it comes down to. Be
Oh
nice. Stay on top of your shit.
no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what is it?
All right, so we talked about it,
Did we?
and we have spoken
God.
into
Spoke.
existence.
Words are hard.
Into existence. We have the hag coming out here, and interesting here because typically hag is kind of known as more of a like trap style sort of killer, but we will actually see, as we can discuss it later anyways, that we actually have kind of an interesting build. That was an interesting stun animation, like delayed there. It almost made me think that there was something going on. Do you see that?
Yeah, it almost kind of looks like Paige is having a little bit of a connectivity issue, because I did see her kind of like stutter step back at the beginning of the trial. So it's gonna be really, I feel like we're gonna see some really interesting things like that here, but Paige is doing a good job of finding kind of where everyone is. Oof. And that big girl swing from Hag.
Yeah, of course. Hagatha have the reachatha. And now we are going to be going around the backside of the building here, trying to track down our survivor here. Even through the lucky break, we are going to be able to find our injured survivor being Super Aaron Nova. However, we have already seen one of our generators happen to fly off of the board already. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a second or even a third getting relatively close, because we do know our survivor squad here very strong. There's the second as we speak, and Paige just really trying to get a little bit of pressure here now, taking chase with Ultra.
And an interesting choice to only bring one add-on for Hag here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we kind of have a little bit of a more Mimi build sort of going here. We haven't even seen her try and put any traps or anything down thus far. It looks like we're trying to really go more as far as the chase hag sort of style, right? I mean, we did see the faster stun as far as from the actual enduring itself, even seeing as far as coming out here. We are just, basically Paige is trying to have some fun on this last trial.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, like we said before, these teams are friends, so I'm sure they're all just having a good time right now, putting on a good show, but also enjoying their time together. Like the holiday season entails. It's always a good way to spend your holidays is by killing your friends.
We are going to see here, though, at this point, 3 generators done for the very first hook coming in here. Seeing the little bit of the nod with the acknowledgement here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the save with the flashlight. And now Paige will probably be going over here to check on these gens, because we do actually still have a decent 3 gen set up here for Paige. If you're able to go ahead and, I don't know, start using your M2 maybe?
But chase hag. Chase hag is life.
True though. We are going to see, though, a hit now here onto GPU. Now going to be, again, spreading that pressure. Now also even getting the clicky on. Ooh, very nice hit onto Zoop Flash. I'm sure that looked very, very fun on their end. Very nice little Pokos there with a little extra reach from the claws of Hag.
Yeah, those claws are certainly long reaching. Gonna give Freddy a run for his money, honestly, on stretch arm.
And now at this point, going to be taking chase here towards Shaq itself. I like the mind game here, trying to go for the double back. Unfortunately, it looks like our survivor here just decided to hold Shift W back towards the TNL. Now we should have 2 survivors over here itself. I do believe we're going to see Super Aaron Nova. I believe we've also got Zoot Flash here as well. Paige was trying to anticipate maybe a double back as far as through the... Oh, with another nice reach and the nod to acknowledge maybe a little bit of a nice tasting of the connection there by Super Aaron Nova.
Yeah, definitely definitely a little bit of Pocos going on here, but you know, it's fine. I'm sure it's keeping Demise on their toes.
And
Demise, who's killing here?
It is it is the Demise that is killing here currently. Demise out on the survivor side. It's hard for even I have a hard time keeping I always have a hard time mostly just because like I always say I feel like everyone tries to correct me when I say Demise and they say no, it's Demise. I'm like, but that's what I said.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that from now on. Words are hard enough for me. But yeah, definitely a good, fun chase tag here. Paige once again trying to predict at that window, and these survivors just holding Shift W. Ooh, but she will get her at the pallet.
Yeah, able to get the down here. I think we did hear. Oh, I thought we had heard maybe some footsteps. Going to do a quick once around, trying to see if maybe there's anybody waiting around in the shadows for a save. There is only one more gen needing to be complete before our survivors can work on the door. There is going. Oh. What?
What just happened here?
Get done, stupid! Yeah, there is that little bit of the delayed response on the stun, kind of like we had seen earlier there. And that is going to be a stun save, though. Nonetheless, now, unfortunately, even closer, you can hear this generator over inside this actual jungle gym itself. Very, very close to popping. That thing's knocking like a Ford in the middle of December. We are going to be taking chase here with Ultra, though. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a survivor lurking somewhere in the shadows to try and go ahead and finish that gen now that we see Paige taking a chase here in the main building.
And we do see that final generator pop as Paige is getting ready to bloodlust. Ooh, oh, unfortunately, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, that is going to be another plus 10 wood to the face there is going to be applied, but of course, very little stun time thanks to that enduring there. Are going to be trying to get the Pocos again at the window. I think Paige relying a little bit on connection there. Now going to be breaking this pallet here. Do keep in mind, we do have all 5 doors who are ready to get powered here. There's actually going to be the door opening there at this... You know what I mean? The doors are able to be powered after all 5 gens have been done. And now at this point, just going to be probably seeing at least, I was going to say at least 2. We do see the distance being closed. Is Aaron Nova able to come in with the body block at least once, maybe twice? What?
Whoa! Whoa! Big girl swings from Paige here.
Yeah, very, very big lunge. Imagine, though, if you had actually been able to get that blind, that would have been amazing. Nice, though, lunge there to get the nice reach onto Ultra here. And now going to have the person coming in, going to be able to get the pick here. That should probably be with the borrowed time, you would have to imagine, especially with Ultra here on the backside. And now at this point, going to be the body block, a little bit of the extra clicky, and all out of good fun. And yeah, now we are going to hit a little. Oh, you love to see it.
Are they chasing Hag into? Yeah, they are. They're chasing. Now they're chasing the killer.
No, we're gonna do a little bit of a 1v1 to end things off here.
Oh, beautiful. 1v1 as the entity's clock is running out.
1v1 with massive connection here. Gotta make sure you're careful at the window, because oh my goodness gracious, the connection. All right, next up with the teabag, go.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh, okay, the wave.
All right, now we know that we're going to the TNL here. I like this, though. I can't remember. Do we have the pallet? I think we still have this pallet up here, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I actually think this palette was used, but I could be wrong. Yeah, this
Mm.
palette is already on. Oof! Oof, sorry, Supernova. You're gonna go down to that big girl swing there once again. Yeah, Paige is just swinging for the fucking fences here.
I mean, to be fair,
Teabagging.
Paige has gotten some pretty spectacular pokos this round.
Yeah,
I
Paige has
mean,
gotten some real heat.
she's had the type of internet that make Nightlight's pokos blush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I love to see.
Oh, by the way, hi Nightlight. Thanks for
Supernova.
tuning in. We appreciate you.
Oh, oops. Well, hello. Love to see Supernova's own team just teabagging him there.
Yeah,
all,
you know,
all in
this
good
is all in
fun.
good fun, especially because I mean the decision's already been made, and this is what you. I mean, you prepared it like come into matches, but if you can get it, especially when it's like family, right? And it's all love and everything with the family. Now gonna get. I wish we could have had a slug race at the end. Unfortunately, we don't.
Oh, that would have been fun. All right, well next time we play, if we have a game where we've lost or won, we'll do a slug race at the end of one of our matches.
Yeah, can we
Just
line that up if we happen to have another decision like this? Can we end it with a slug race? I am totally down.
Absolutely. And after a really fun game that is going to be our trial here decided in favor of Demise, but thank you. Wait, of Demise.
Demise?
Yes, of Demise.
Demise? Demise.
I don't know.
No, it's Demise.
I'm confused, but okay. Anyway, names too similar, brain too small. But yeah, that will be in favor of Demise here. But thank you so much to both of our teams for being such good sports. We expected nothing less from two teams who are so close to one another.
And we do appreciate also the patience from everybody with the frame drops and everything. I think I'm actually gonna have to get on the horn with my ISP because it seems to be a intermittent issue that I can't seem to figure out what causes the problem. We do have the storms going on right now, so I'm gonna blame that this time.
It's the storms. It's super the storms.
But I don't always get that.
Well, we'll take it for today. We'll take it for today. No worries. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all of your patience. We'll work through our technical issues. Again, Q does have a big storm on top of him, so you know, need a little bit of wiggle room to deal with that. That's gonna be yeah, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. And last chance, you guys, if you haven't already, we do have a suggestion box down below. So if you have any questions you want to ask, it looks like you are going to be asking them to Demise. Go ahead, drop those in there real quick. That way, if we do an interview here, you can hear some answers to questions you've been having.
But man, what a way to start off week number 6, huh?
Definitely. I kind of had a feeling these were going to be fun games. I didn't really know who was going to win, honestly. So it wasn't anything like oh, I know who for sure is going to win, but definitely the one thing I was very sure of was it was going to be a very fun start to week 6, and I hope this sets the precedence for the rest of our games. You know, very, very good games, but still very, very fun to watch and for them to play in, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you know, worth noting, this is actually, I'm sure we'll have a little voice in the back of our head, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time this week that we will not be having a Thursday game.
Yeah, so far so far it does look like we are not. Sorry, the little bird in the head was talking. Hello, God.
Hello?
But hello. But it does look like, yeah, we will not have a Thursday game this week, so you know, we get a day off. But that means our Friday and Saturday are going to be jam-packed full of very, very good games. That's actually what I'm planning out for to look at right now.
Yeah, it should be a good one, and going to be interesting because I feel like this is like the last week heading into the like holiday season for some people. And what I will be interested to see the following couple weeks is how does that maybe affect some of our team's preparation and things moving into some of those couple matchups. I mean, we talked about in 2 weeks, we're going to see two undefeated teams facing off against each other kind of in the midst of holidays and things. So going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. In a lot of ways, it's going to be really interesting too. I feel like everyone's got a really good feel for each other at this point in the season. So I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing some really interesting plays coming out for a lot of our teams now, because I feel like heading into the second half, we're going to have a lot of teams replaying against one another. So I wonder if we're going to see any grudges being settled.
True. But I do believe here, we've got Midas coming into the interrogation room.
Hello.
Well, hello.
How are y'all tonight?
Good. Thank you so much for asking. How are you?
I'm good. I just played against the 600 ping hag. That was quite entertaining.
We were having fun
really
watching that,
from our
honestly.
end.
It was reminding me of some of the clips you see on Twitter where like people are testing out really disgusting ping like hits through pallets. And it was fun watching. I can't remember who it was that had the pallet save.
That
But
was me.
was that you? And it's like, it's
Yeah.
delayed and there's the pallet and then you see the pallet break and then she drops back and then she drops it like, what?
Yeah, I threw the pallet and I saw the killer stun pop up and then I saw the pallet break because she had Spirit Fury and then she took 3 steps backward and dropped DPU. And I thought that I missed the pallet save and then I was like, well, I couldn't have missed the pallet save because the pallet broke. And then he finally fell on the ground and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not bad. That's good.
Always good to confirm that you are definitely not bad, although I don't think anyone would ever accuse any of you guys who played today of being bad by any means.
So
All I'm saying is she hooked Ultra in endgame and Ultra had DS and Ultra was like, pull me, I have DS. And everyone else on the team said, I'm scared to pull because of the ping, and I just full sent it because
Oh gosh.
what's the worst that can happen?
True. So I have to ask, we know that there's obviously a history between the two of you guys. And I was trying to see if I could recall if there is another matchup from you guys since Swish's tournament. But is this like one of those things where whenever you guys meet, is it like obviously there's friendly competition, but like, are you guys usually making sure that like that's the one game you circle and you are like top notch ready for?
I mean, we're all friends. Like we're literally like partner teams basically. That's
Right.
why our names are so similar. So I mean, obviously we all knew about this like coming up. We all prepared for it. We knew that Demice is one of the stronger teams in the tournament, so we knew that we needed to
In
play
our
at
league
least
here?
one. Yeah, we needed to play at least one S tier, which was Spirit in this. We were actually planning on playing Nurse, but our Nurse player kind of just wasn't feeling it today, so Ultra decided to play Spirit. And yeah, like this is the first time we've burnt an S tier so far this season, so obviously we think they're very good, so we knew that we needed to do that.
Can you tell Ultra not to hate me for my internet taking a dump during his very impressive run? Because that was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, Ultra doesn't mind. It's not a big deal. Everything that kind of stuff happens.
Because it was a very impressive performance, especially like after you guys were able to get, I think it was 2 out in trial number 1, to be able to see him turn around and have the performance. Yeah, definitely set you guys up for a really good momentum throughout the rest.
Yeah, of course. We gave a little bit too many stages in the first game. We really should have given 7 stages there. David got found, or GPU got found in a spot where he shouldn't have been found on the door, and he was a fresh hook. But we knew that Ultra would clean it up for us. As he always does. That's what Ultra's for. That's what he does.
He an Ultra
So you
good
say that
teammate.
you're Ultra.
Sorry,
So,
go ahead.
Sorry, I had to take a moment to internally scream about that one. So you said that you guys were originally planning on bringing out Nurse. Did you pick Spirit instead in response to them playing Spirit, or was Spirit just what you were going to go with after Nurse?
No, Spirit. If we're like, we wanted to play an S tier, and our Nurse player just kind of didn't feel like playing, so the choice is Spirit or Blight at that point, and we feel like Spirit's better on Rancid than Blight. Blight can be really annoying to play on this map because there's so many like obstacles to get in the way.
Yeah.
So that was the reasoning behind going with Spirit. Plus, it was just kind of what Ultra felt like playing.
Good to go with your gut feeling there. That was a really fun game to watch.
It was fun to play. It's always fun playing against friends.
Well, before we get you out of there, is there anything that you want to say to the fans of Demise, your counterparts Demice, or the fans of Vigo's Court?
Thank you all for watching, and look forward to playing again next week. Hopefully against someone who has a little bit less ping.
No 600 ping.
No, I don't think I need to do that again. That was an experience that was like a once in a lifetime thing.
I do have actually one more question before we get out of here. Is there anyone that you are looking forward to facing? Now that we're kind of halfway through our season, is there anyone else that you are either looking forward to facing for the first time or looking forward to facing again?
We're looking forward to playing against Arctic Wolves. Arctic Wolves is coached by a couple former Demise members, and we're definitely interested to see how much they've improved.
Yeah, you guys actually will be facing them in week 11, which will be interesting to see if Arctic Wolves will be able to keep their undefeated streak going that long, as well as obviously you guys will be looking to do the same. And I think that might possibly be the last of the unbeatens that late in the season.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be looking to defend our undefeated streak. Obviously, that's always the goal, but it's always nice to end up finishing the season undefeated, so that's definitely going to be on our minds. And we still have plenty of killers left to do it with, and that was the goal leading into the second half of the season. We kind of had to try a little harder in the first half of the season using some weaker killers, but we set ourselves up well for the second half. Now we have a bunch of strong killers left. We kind of have like everything left, honestly.
Trudeau. Well, you have any more questions?
I don't. Do you?
No, honestly, I just gotta say, honestly, it's a blast. Always watching you guys come out. Y'all are really class team, and we appreciate you guys always coming out and putting your best foot forward here with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate having someone to play.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, for chatting with us today, and good games today. It was really, really fun to watch all of the trials.
Thank you. I will see you guys next week.
Take it easy, my friend.
Take it easy.
All right. Well, I believe since this was our 9 o'clock game, that means that that's it for us today too, right?
That will be it for us today. It does look like Demise has been convicted of murder, and that will set us off on the right foot for the rest of our week. Again, guys, we will not have a game tomorrow. We do not have a Thursday game scheduled. However, that means we do have a jam-packed Friday and Saturday. So make sure you guys are following us on social media if you want to catch when those games are. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. You guys can follow us on all of those to get updates on what's going on and also catch any fun clips or replays of our games. Join our Discord for notifications if you want to talk to anyone, chat with the teams, hang out, all that good stuff. But yeah, other than that, we are done here today. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
All right, chat. We'll catch y'all Friday night. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Be safe, guys. We love you. Mwah.